Hello again, it's Noob, and here I have two Squire CP50 CS closed shackle padlocks, and these were sent to me by Ketts, who is somebody who's been watching a few of my videos, which is really awesome. And these were sent to me via my PO box, which is just again a really nice little surprise. So I really like this, and it says in the letter to me, it says, "Dear Noob, I am enclosing two Squire CP50 CS locks that I had to cut as the combination changed itself." Now, combination locks changing the codes themselves can happen if there's a fault or there's wear in the wheels. It can happen also. Some locks allow the combination to be changed when the lock is open and then close, not quite, so the shackle close to one side as opposed to straight down. There's a few ways in which that can actually happen, but it's rare. But nevertheless, they say that I tried to use your press technique to work out the new code, but it was unsuccessful. As they were on doors into which I needed access, I took the decision to cut them. I wondered if you can break the key. I mean, I think that means, like, can I crack the code? And what's interesting, it says the locks codes, when I set them up, was 2350, 2351, or maybe 2355. Alternatively, recycle them. We don't want to recycle them. We are actually going to try these. So put that one to one side. But what is that bounce technique? Well, let's set this to all zeros, like this, like that. There we go. And if you look, there's some movement in the wheels. There's a little bounce up and down, like this. You see that? And what you want to do is you want to go along and just press until you feel a big difference. So at the moment, I'm not feeling anything very different at all. If you look here, like 5 there, it bounces them down a little bit, so does 0. Keep going. 4 feels a bit bouncier. 3 does. 2. Yeah. I don't know whether you can tell. Look how deep that moves. Can you see the big, much bigger movement? Look at this one. It moves, but look at this. All the way in. So then you've got to think, okay, well, it's not, well, let's check it. Is it 2000? No, it's not. So you just then have to go to the next wheel. But then this, look here, if I move to 3 and do the same, that also has quite a big movement. But 2 has a lot more. Now, the difference between this one and this one is very subtle. So what might happen is if 2 isn't right, then I'll try the 3 instead. Let's try 1 just to be complete. No, it's solid. So we know it's probably one of these two numbers. So let's stick with 2. All right, next one is to just rotate this round again. So let's go forwards. Again, can you see how it moves? This 9 moves, but it's not like that deep. Can you see the difference here? Look, followed by this. It's subtle. 8 doesn't feel anything. 7, no. 6, no. 5. 5 feels like it's moving a bit, but again, it's not like that much. Look, see? It's just not as deep. 4, no. Okay, 3 does, however, feel like it's about equivalent. So let's try 2, no, and 1. No, so I'm going to try 2, 3. Next one, go a bit faster on this one. No, I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to go on to this other wheel. Sometimes you don't get as good feedback, so you might have to go to another wheel. And I'm not entirely sure how this lock works, but maybe if I get that one into something I think is right, then it'll make the other wheel more feedbacky. I don't know. 7, 6, 5, 3. 2 feels okay. Try 1. See, look at 1 move. Sorry, on the last wheel. Oh, sorry. Can you see that big movement there? Then if I tap 1, sorry, the second wheel, Look at the difference here and here, and then here and here. So again, let's try that. It doesn't work. So if I'm happy with this, what I can do is, if I don't know, if I'm not so sure of this next wheel, I can just brute force it if it is right so far. Oh, that took me a bit by surprise. Yeah, so there we go. That was 2361. Now I do remember the note saying when I set them up with 2350, nope, 2351 or 2355. So I reckon that this was closest to 2351. But if I lock this back up, there you go, like that, and then turn to 5, that won't work. So it is 2361. I can't quite remember how you recode these. I'd have to look up the instructions. I'm sure it isn't that hard. So I think it's something to do with that screw. I'm not entirely sure. Or does that keep this on? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've recoded one of these. But yeah, so this one is 2361. On to this one then. First of all, let's try 2361. I won't try the other numbers, so I'm assuming that that's solid. Okay. Okay, so let's go along, and again, we're just, can you see, unless I've got some of these correct. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. That's, can you see how bouncy that is compared to this and this? That's great. And that one is a bit bouncier as well. I'm going to keep the 6. Let's go to 1 forwards again. That feels really good, that 0. I like that. And that 6 feels good, but these feel really off. Okay, so let's try another number. 0 feels solid. 9 feels solid. 8 feels solid. 7 feels solid. 6 feels solid. 5 feels solid. We'll have to get somewhere. Come on. 4. Ooh, bit of movement. Let's try another one. Oh, 3's really good. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that movement there. Compared to this one, which just sort of jiggles. But look at the movement. Look how the wheel actually dips down. That's really good. Let's try 2. No, solid. So I reckon it's between 3 and 4. So I'll try 3. So 3 solid there. 2. Again, it's more moving rather than bouncing. 1, no. 0, no. So I'm really happy with 6, really happy with 3, pretty happy with that 0. Not happy with that. That feels better, but not quite there. Oh, that feels really good. Look at this. That 3, lots of movement. 7, oh, I think, hold on, 3. 7, lots of movement. 6, loads of movement. And 0, press the button. No, okay. Let's try either side. That feels solid. The 4, 7. Does that add lots of bounce? No, go back to the 3. 7 feels good, but I'll try the 6. No, that's solid. And the 8. I'm just going around the either side, because sometimes the numbers on either side I find are sometimes close. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try is a 7 bouncy? Yeah, a little bit, but it's not right. 6 doesn't work. 5. Oh, perfect. So this one is 3750, which I don't think is like any of those numbers. So that's completely different. 2350, 2351, 2355, and this was 3750. So we've got 3750 and 2361. So tips there are, if you find a bouncy number, stick with it. If you think there's a couple, make a note, mentally, or write it down. If it isn't that one, and you think that maybe the next wheel, hold on, I might need to close this, is bouncy too, like that is quite bouncy, then try either side of the one which you you landed on, because it could be maybe the 3 there or the 2 there. It happens to be the 2, but just try either side of the bouncier number, because some of those feel bouncy as well. If I turn it all the way around, that 5 is really solid. Can you see how that 5 there is really not bouncy? But if I go to the 2, the 3 here, it is actually quite a lot of movement. It's just that the 2 just had the edge for me in terms of the amount that it moved. But likewise, if it wasn't opening on that number, I would definitely have tried, say, the 3, gone back. I'd have tried the 4 and gone back. I'd just tried the numbers either side. So yeah, these are now 2 decoded combination locks, which I don't think I can do anything with, because the shackles are cut, and it's probably more hassle and more expensive to get new ones made or to buy new shackles than it would be for me to replace them. And I assume we'd have to take this pin out and do all sorts of things. It's a bit sad really that these can't be really reused, but they're good practice, and might donate them to lockpicking village actually, instead of throwing them away, because these are actually good fun to decode. They do take a little bit of skill and a little bit of practice. Yeah, might do that. So thank you so much, Ketts, for sending these to me. I hope everybody enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do it for more content like this. Otherwise, stay safe, happy picking, and I will see you all next time. Combination locks, which sadly I don't think